Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. And if you're wondering what is going on, what is this box full of packs, what is this big pink die doing here, then you are not familiar with what happens on Fridays on the Card Wolf Network. It is Dorking with dice, in which case we throw this big pink D20, we see what number comes up, and it corresponds to one of the 20 vintage packs awaiting us in this box. And this week, in honor of the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday, I have presented you with a box of nothing but vintage football. That's right, it's Dorking with Dice through the uprights here on Card Wolf this Friday. I haven't done just all football since, probably since like September, I think. I think hockey season started in October, as I recall, so it's been a little while. But I couldn't help myself. I just filled it up with all football, and there's some good stuff in here. Of course, there's always really great packs in the 1, 10, and 20 spot, and there's some other really great packs that are just sort of randomly scattered in there, so I think we'll open some good stuff. Hopefully it won't all just be like, score or Fleer football. It'll be some pretty interesting stuff in there. I'll show you what the special packs are in just a moment. Also want to remind everybody the Super Bowl is on Sunday. They already announced the player awards last night, and to no one's surprise, Patrick Mahomes won MVP. Offensive Player of the Year was Justin Jefferson from the Vikings, the great wide receiver that they have. I don't know why he wasn't in the running for MVP. I feel like without him, the Vikings would have just been a completely different team. He's an amazing player, has just done awesome and amazing things in his first 3 years in the league. Defensive Player of the Year was Bosa from the 49ers, the pass rusher. And the Rookies of the Year, the offensive and defensive Rookies of the Year, both came from the Jets, which I thought, I didn't think that had ever happened before, but it had just happened in 2017. They both came from the Saints, Kamara, and I can't quite remember who the defensive player was. Who was it now? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. The point is that the Jets had them both this season, which is pretty great. If only they had settled on a good quarterback, I think they would have had a much better record than they did. But, that's why I'm not a head coach, I guess. In any event, the awards went out last night, and it's pretty neat to see some of those players get recognized for that. In the MVP voting, I noticed one thing that I thought was really neat, and I'm not sure very many people noticed it, but the assistant trainer for the Bills, who literally saved a man's life on the field this year, got one vote for MVP. I thought that was really neat, and definitely a tribute to somebody who certainly deserved it. All right, so let's get rolling here. We're going to do all football. As I said, some great stuff in here in the number 1 spot. We have 1988 Topps Football. Why is this a great pack? And why is it not in focus? I have to wonder that myself every single time I do this show. There it is, 1988 Topps Football. This is a great pack because Bo Jackson Rookie is a possibility out of here. And if you get a nice pack fresh Bo Jackson Rookie that is well centered and get a PSA 10 on that, that is a $1,000 card. So that is a big pack for that reason. Of course, the difficulty with that card isn't that it's super rare. It's that it's really hard to get well-centered cards at a 1988 Topps. Just something about the printing of those cards. The vast majority of them are just not very centered very well. So in the number 10 spot, we got Fleer Flair Football, which we've had in that number 10 spot now for quite a while, and we have not pulled it. And we've opened a pack of this before on the show. We did not get anything special out of it, but the cards were so beautiful I wanted to open my one other pack. And so that is in the number 10 spot. And I got something really, really special for you in the number 20 spot. This is a big-time pack. It is a 1979 pack of Topps Football cards. That's right, over 40 years old. 1979 Topps Football in the number 20 spot. Tons of Hall of Famers and other great cards can be pulled out of there. So we got packs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s in here today, and I'm excited about it. You guys know how much I love football. Sorry to see the season ending, I got to be honest with you, but nonetheless, very good season and a great Super Bowl I think we're going to get on Sunday. All right, let's see what our first pack is today. It is, right, how about that? It is number 10. We get one of the big ones right off the top. That is awesome. It is Fleer Flair Football, and this comes in a little sort of box pack here, which you don't really see card companies do that much anymore. I think because of the advent of the blaster box, you don't really get cards that come in these little mini boxes anymore, which I think it's kind of cool. It's almost oh, it's almost like a throwback to like matchbooks and things like that. I don't know. It's pretty neat to me. Might have to get Mr. Kershaw out to help me open this though. This is really shrink wrapped quite a bit here. Let's see. Mr. Kershaw is always at the ready. We'll get him and see if I can open this up without slicing one of my fingers off, which you know, you never can be too sure. All right, there we go. I think that'll do it. As always, please practice good knife safety and keep them away from the hands of small children and Dak Prescott, who got Walter Payton Man of the Year last night, which was pretty cool to see as well. All right, so here we go. Open this up. There's our box, and there are cards, which themselves are also in wrapping. So let's get these out. As I said, these are beautiful cards. I'm really hoping we can pull something special from here. Last time we opened this, we did not get anything that... I don't think I even really PC'd anything from here. I just like the card so much. All right, so we start off with a Chicago Bears player. It is Jeff Graham from the Chicago Bears. I believe he was a wide receiver, if I'm remembering right. Jeff Graham. And then we go to Daryl Johnston. I believe his nickname was Moose for the Cowboys. He's an announcer these days. And then Brett Perriman from the Lions, another wide receiver, Brett Perriman. And LaShawn Johnson from the Packers. You can see how pretty these cards are. I don't know if I have shown this well enough that you can tell, but beautiful foil cards. The backs of them have a full bleed photo of the player. Just really, really nice cards. I think these are one of the better efforts from football in the 1990s. Jake Reed from the Vikings there. And we got Tyrone Hughes from the Saints. That's out of focus. Let's get that back for you. There we are. Next up, we got Thomas Lewis from the Giants and Kevin Turner from the Eagles. There we go. And our last card is our best card. It is Bruce Smith from the Bills. That is easily our best card. Bruce Smith is a Hall of Famer, and deservedly so. You can see him there. Really very nice Bruce Smith card. Very happy to get that one. That'll certainly get Wolf Laird. Shout out to Bill's Mafia cards. I know he'll be interested in seeing that card. It's a really nice one, and I'm glad to have it. All right, let's roll our next pack. Let's start it off with a bang there with that very nice Flair football pack. Let's see if we can do the 20 or the number 1 pack now. That would be awesome. Oh man, we almost had that one. Instead we get 11. That'll be very easy to find. We just pulled the 10, and right behind it is number 11, and it is a score. As I predicted, we would get a score pack, and there we go. You can win a trip to Super Bowl 25 by jumping in the score time machine and heading back to 1990 to check out Super Bowl 25, and you can go with Hall of Famer Franco Harris, which I think would be pretty awkward. I mean, I've never met Franco Harris. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I don't know about watching an entire Super Bowl just hanging out with him. I don't know. It feels like that would be awkward. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's a really amazing conversationalist. I'm not sure. Guy McIntyre starts us off here out of the 49ers, Guy McIntyre. And Webster Slaughter, good receiver for the Browns for several years. Webster Slaughter, remember him well. Reuben Davis and Al Baker from the Browns, Mike Merriweather. And Mike Gann, really a good offensive lineman from the Falcons, Mike Gann. Eddie Murray, all-pro kicker from the Lions. There you see him with the kicking leg extended. Another all-pro, Barry Sanders, and another Lions all-pro too. That's a winner for me. Love that one. Not sure I have that Barry Sanders. I do PC him, but I'll have to compare that to my Barry Sanders cards in the binder and check. We got Christian Okoye, very good player there, Christian Okoye, and I believe he is now eligible for being on the Hall of Fame ballot, if I remember right. He did not get in. I think he became eligible, and he can be voted on next year, if I'm remembering correctly. There's Mike Ken. Mike Ken is a fantastic offensive lineman. He might be in the Hall of Fame. He was a many-time All-Pro. Mike Ken, very good offensive lineman for the Falcons. Ronaldo Turnbull, a class of 1990 rookie card for Ronaldo there from the Saints. And another one, Cortez Kennedy, really good player for the Seahawks during that era. That's pretty neat. I've never seen that card before. Put that one on top. That's a nice one. Keith McCants for the Buccaneers, another rookie card there. And then Mike Webster, the Chiefs, he was a great center. I believe he is in the Hall of Fame. Mostly played his career with the Steelers. and was on some of their championship teams. Mike Webster, absolute beast at center. Don Moosbar from the Raiders, and we finish off with Cleveland Gary from the Rams. I don't actually remember Cleveland Gary, to be quite honest with you, but I don't know if I was watching a lot of Rams games in those days. Let's roll another one, see what we get out of here. The Dorking with Dice Through the Uprights episode here with nothing but football in the magic box. And we already had 11. We almost had 1, but no. Instead, we get 16. Number 16. We'll count backwards from 20. Here's 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16 is more score. Wow. What was the first pack? What is going on here? I didn't do a duplicate, did I? Kind of did. It's 1990 Score Series 2 is what we just opened, and here is 1990 Score Series 1. And I don't know, that feels a bit cheatery to me. I feel like we need to roll again for that. I didn't realize I had done that. I mean, it is a different pack, but it's the same stuff. I'm going to put that one aside. That was a mistake on my part. I was filling this box up this morning, and I thought that I had gotten 20 different packs, but clearly I was mistaken. Let's roll again, see if we can get something different to open. And we get number 6. Number 6 right there. That's pretty good. I think we can count from the front. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 is Upper Deck, 1993. This is a retail pack. You get 12 cards in here, and there are, of course, several inserts. Get that up closer to the camera so you can check it out for yourself. 1993 Upper Deck Football. There's a 10-card Future Heroes insert set, Pro Bowl insert set, and all kinds of other great stuff you can pull out of here. And these have those very thick Upper Deck foil wrappers from that period of time that you could very easily bake some vegetables in if you so desired. I'll set that aside for my dinner making plans later tonight. These are a little bit sticky, but not too bad. Start off with the all-rookie team, and that's Robert Jones, the linebacker for Dallas right there. Let's get these in focus. You can check them out. Really pretty cards. I always liked the design for these cards. I think they're pretty nice. Robert Jones, all-rookie there. And then Redskins checklist. Kind of a neat artistic thing that they do with the checklist cards there. I don't know if you can see that very easily, but they kind of get the player, and then they the other stuff around them is sort of blurry, sort of like it's been painted on or something. Pretty neat cards. And put those down, and got a little bit of stickiness here between these two cards. Willie Gault, the speedster wide receiver for the Raiders back when Al Davis was deciding who they drafted, and Al Davis's philosophy on drafting players was only draft fast guys. Always spend your top picks on the fastest guys in the draft, and that was how I think they ended up with Willie Gault. Or did Willie Gault start with the Bears? I'm trying to remember if he started with the Raiders or the Bears. We got to check now. No, he started with the Raiders. That's what I thought, and then he ended up with the Bears later, I guess. Tommy Maddox from the Broncos. Cortez Kennedy, whose rookie card we just pulled, I think. There he is, Cortez Kennedy, defensive tackle. We just talked about him. We got Alvin Harper from the Cowboys, Vi Sikahema from the Eagles there, and we got another checklist card. Of course, it would not be a Card Wolf opening if we didn't get some checklist cards. And there, I believe that's Warren Moon throwing through the Monet-like tableau behind him there. Warren Moon, of course, the only player to be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in the U.S. and the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, and our neighbor to the north, Tommy Kinchin. Mark Rippon, who was a hot prospect back in those days, but never really amounted to too much. And then our last couple cards are David Brandon, and we got a Greg Montgomery season leader card. He was the punting leader for the Oilers back then, Greg Montgomery, who I don't honestly remember that well. Put those over there and see if we can roll another big pack. Let's see if we can get that 1 or 20 pack here on Dorking with Dice Through the Uprights. That one is landed on a 7, which will be easy because we just pulled 6. So what is number 7? It is Stadium Club football. This is Topps product from 1993 as well. This is Series 2, and you can get a lot of different inserts out of here, as I recall. These are really pretty cards as well. I'm trying to remember what the inserts are. I should write down for like every pack what the inserts are, because being aged, my memory is failing me on this stuff lately. But it doesn't really matter. Let's see what we pull from our Stadium Club pack here. This is 1993 Series 2, as I said, and Stadium Club is a pretty great bunch of cards usually. There's Mark Rypien again, man. We get some of these same players when we open the same year. There's 293 packs in a row, though they are different companies. Mark Rypien. You can see what the back of these are. As with most Stadium Club releases, it shows you the rookie card for the player on the back, which I always thought was a really nice touch that Topps did for these. Steve Tasker there, a great Bills player. And I think, you guys will have to tell me if I'm right about this, I think Steve Tasker became an announcer as well, though I don't know if he's still doing it. He might be doing it for college. I don't really watch college. Glenn Milburn there. And flip these over. See who we get here. This is Rod Bernstein, looking pretty delighted and a little bit cocky about being on a football card. Rod Bernstein. Levon Kirkland from the Steelers, good pass rusher. We got Hugh Millen there, who I honestly don't remember. It looks like he was a backup quarterback for the Cowboys, perhaps. I don't remember that. And then Dexter McNabb, good player for the Packers. Russell Freeman there with the Broncos. And who is this? Anthony Johnson from the Colts. Now, what is this card? This is a propaganda card. We'll throw that away. Drew Bledsoe with the Patriots. Bledsoe had a great career for the Patriots for a while, and a lot of people really liked him, as I recall. Clyde Simmons there for the Eagles. Bert Grossman, Chargers player, and Tim Goad. And then we got, bringing up the last card here, Donnell Wolford right there for the Bears. So nothing really huge out of there. We've opened 4 packs, and I've got 2 cards in the PC, 2 good ones, certainly, and a nice Cortez Kennedy rookie there. But I think we need to open one more. I think we need to finish this off. I don't know if I'll have football in the Dorking box again for a little while. I might do another combo box next week just to get a last gasp of football, because I really love football and I will miss it. But then you're going to have a bunch of Dorking with Dice on ice for probably about a month there. Nothing but hockey in the Magic box. All right, last pack today. Let's see what we get. It is still rolling around. It is going to be number 11. And I think we already opened number 11, as I recall. We opened 10 and 11, if I'm remembering correctly. So we got to roll again, see if we can get something a little better there. We get number 4. Pack number 4 is what we get to open. So we'll start from the top. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 is a good one. 4 is pretty good. It's a Game Day 1993. Man, we opened nothing but 93 packs today. What is up with that? Game Day 93. You've seen me open this on the channel before. These are big, oversized cards. They're very pretty neat cards, unlike really any other football release from this period. So very happy to be opening this one today. And of course, this contains a big foil stamped insert card as well. And there are some other inserts that come out of here. This was a short-lived Fleer product. I think they only did this oversized thing for 1 year, but nonetheless, we're lucky that we got them and that we get to go through a pack of these now. We start off with second-year star Tommy Vardell. Get these in focus for you. See, they're very pretty cards. This is one of the inserts there. This is second-year star Tommy Vardell, and you can see it has the player's portrait on the back, and this is 15 of 16, so one of the inserts there. We got Rodney Hampton. Pretty nice looking card there. Get that in focus. Coach of the Year in the NFL, incidentally, was the Giants coach, Brian Daboll. He won that award last night. James Hasty, good player for the Jets for many years. And Randall Cunningham, that's a pretty good card. Nothing wrong with that. Nice Randall Cunningham card. Put that in the Wolf Lair, certainly. Larry Centers, good player there, too, from the Cardinals. That pretty good card. Carlton Hasselrig from the Steelers. And then we got Gil Bird there from the Chargers. Steve Wisniewski from the Raiders. That one's a little bit stuck to Tom Waddle from the Bears. And then Jarvis Williams. He was a good receiver for the Miami Dolphins for a little while there. Kevin Smith receiving the ball there. And our last card is Ricky Irvins from the Washington Redskins. All right, so there you go. Dorking with Dice through the uprights. Open 5 packs today. And our best cards, I think, pretty clearly were this beautiful Bruce Smith card from Fleer Flair. That is a winner for me for sure. Very happy to get that one. Randall Cunningham, we just pulled. Nice card there. He looks pretty happy on the back of it. And then a nice Barry Sanders All-Pro card. Don't know if I have that one in my collection. I have to check that one after the show today. And there he is with the Hawaiian lei around his neck. That is, I wonder if they did that for all of the All-Pro cards. I got to check that now. That is pretty ridiculous. Let's see if the players... Yes, they do. That is pretty awesome. I didn't know that they did that, but there you go. There's Christian Okoye and Eddie Murray with their Hawaiian lays as well. That is absurd. Of course, the All-Pro game no longer in Hawaii and no longer really an All-Pro game. It's flag football now, as well as some passing and running competitions or whatever. I'm not really sure what they're doing with that. I don't know why they bother with that. I wish that they would just, I'll tell you what they should do. This is my opinion, and I felt this way for a long time. The teams that lose the championship games, the AFC and NFC teams that lose, should have to play each other. I don't know what incentive you could give them to play each other, because it's not like you win the Super Bowl. That's a huge incentive, but I'm sure that, the NFL could scrape up some money somewhere to offer these guys to play that game. I would love to see that game. Would have been a great game this year for sure. Oh, well, maybe not, given that Brock Purdy was injured and seems to have some kind of pretty serious arm injury from what I'm reading about that. So in any event, I've thought for many years that they should do that. It would be a great game, and I'd certainly watch that, whereas I can't remember the last time I even considered watching whatever Pro Bowl thing that they had going on. But again, that's why I'm not the commissioner of the NFL. I should be, though, and maybe you can hashtag that. You can start a movement, hashtag CardWolf NFL commissioner or something like that. It's probably too many words. That's why I don't do hashtags. I don't even really know how they work. All right, you guys, hope you have a great Super Bowl weekend. Hope you are going to enjoy the game. I'm going to enjoy it with my son. We're going to have a great time watching that, I'm sure. And I will be back here on Monday with some other great content for you. I got several things that I want to do next week, and I think you'll enjoy them. Hopefully it'll be a good game on Sunday, and I hope you guys have a really, really enjoyable weekend. I'll see you back here soon, and as always, happy collecting.